take a Bulgarian split squat. This is my favorite form of squat. Rather than building up a really big, bulky quad, this leads to a more, I guess, aesthetic kind of look. You build up the bottom of your quad, so that teardrop near your knee, as well as focusing, depending on technique, working your glute max, as well as a little bit of hamstring. So there's less risk of injury if you do it incorrectly when you compare it to traditional squats. So with traditional squats, you might be going down with the barbell, but if your arch isn't correct, if you're not looking correctly, if the weight isn't distributed correctly, if your biomechanics are off, it could lead to a lower back injury. Whereas Bulgarian split squats, there is room for error, but there's less likelihood of error. So what I mean by that, the few things that you do want to focus on is not having your knee go over your foot, over your toes. So when setting up, knee here, I want you to put your back foot on, say, either a bench, or if you're working out from home, on your bed or a firm couch, the other foot out in front with your knee not going over the toes when you're bending down. Let's just pretend I'm holding dumbbells. And I'm gonna get you just to squat down, but I want you to squat down on a diagonal backwards position. So rather than just going a squat like this, like normal, face facing just neutral spine, don't want to have the chin tucked, don't want to be looking up when you're doing this exercise. So this is normal, and that's going to develop the quad a little bit more. If you want to focus on more of a glute development, which is what I recommend, is you want to have your body move backwards towards your other foot, going backwards towards your other foot, and then focusing on your glute on the way up. Whoa. Huge glute target, as well as working that lower quad. So going backwards, downwards, close to the bench, then up, squeezing that glute. Bang, 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 up, squeezing that glute. And again, a traditional Bulgarian split squat is not going down diagonal. So this is normal. And then this is the booty Bulgarian split squat, backwards. To make it easier, you just do body weight until you're able to build it up to the correct amount of reps per set. If that's still too hard, I'll get you to do a reverse lunge, and you're just going backwards. Now we focus on reverse lunge again because it just targets that glute a little bit more than a traditional forward lunge, where you're targeting the actual quad a little bit more. If the exercise is a little bit too easy for you, what I'll get you to do is to really focus on the speed in which you're going down. I want you to go really slow on that backwards diagonal curve, then up really fast. Slow, up, and then make sure your knee isn't touching the ground throughout the entire exercise, even if you're doing body weight. We want constant tension on that glute, which is going to be harder overall over a period of time. And if that's still too hard, too easy for you, and you don't have like weights, so obviously to make it easier, hold on to more weights on your dumbbells. But let's just say you're doing body weight, I'll get you to add a quarter pulse to your movement. So going down, one, up, down, 2, 3, 1, up. A little bit more challenging for you, but build up to that. We'll probably work on that as we go throughout the program. Just do traditional no pulse. Then if you are in the gym, some dumbbells. After you are able to get through the exercise, just doing body weight. So with dumbbells, same thing, diagonal, knees not going over toes, up. If you're working out at home and you don't have dumbbells, you'll be holding a bag in each hand. So let's just pretend I've got a second bag with me. Backwards. Adding that pulse, making sure the timing's correctly. And we'll go to the next exercise. Cheers.